It's HB Punching Profit. It is January 24th, 2025. We're going to break down price action in the Nasdaq. I do have a live execution. I'll upload it on my YouTube Shorts. It should be in the video card in this upload, or you can click on the link in the description below. And I apologize if you hear my son in the background acting like Tasmanian devil. Uh, Nothing I can do. He's terrible twos. It is what it is. So apologize if the sound is a little bit disturbing. Um, oh yeah. Also, like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you're new. Helps the channel, helps me find the time to provide free content for you guys. But we're going to go into the higher time frame. For me, it was neutral, roughly looking at it at 9 a.m. I'm not going to break down my secret sauce in the higher time frame, okay, until we get 1,000 subscribers on this channel, till we monetize it. It takes a lot of time to do these videos, upload them, and put them up consistently. So until time is money, money is time. So you guys got to understand that I'm not going to break down in depth until we get this channel monetized. I'll just say what my bias is. So it was neutral initially, and what I mean by that, there were buys and sells available, but predominantly looking for sells, okay, at a certain point. Now if you see, we're kind of accumulating, and eventually we just push down massively. Okay, two, we will be looking for inversions and advanced market structure shifts at key time periods like the macros or the silver bullet hours. We will put our stops at the swing highs or lows, or it can be at your discretion if you want to tighten it up. And I know I repeat myself, but I have to, because we may have new subscribers and I don't want to mislead them. If you're going to put your stops at the swing lows and highs, do not over leverage. Okay, I'm talking like 1 micro, 2 micro. You can become more advanced once you get the setups get the setups down, and get the repetitions. You can learn how to manage a tighter stop and know how to target your profits. Okay, but it is at your discretion if you want to tighten it up. I always just say with an asterisk, okay, just be aware you will probably lose more trades, but if you're consistent with your risk to reward, it will pay off in the long run. Five, we're looking for 1-to-1 risk to reward or more. And on red folder news days like today, I will make you guys aware that you should be a little bit more modest. Get in, get out. If you do get a profit, probably want to be a little bit more conservative with your take profit and your leverage on days like this, or the prior day. So yeah, red folder news day, I'm going to be a little bit more conservative and try to get in, get out, and be a little bit more modest with my profit taking. If I can deal with a choppy day or a choppy session range, whatever, and come out with money, that is a win for me. We move on to the next day, where it will be easier to find a nice long trade. Now, it's not to say you won't find big runs on red folder news days. Obviously, they're there, but you have to be careful, because before it happens, sometimes the market will want to seek and destroy or knock you out of trades, and then it'll happen, and you don't want to over leverage or get too greedy trying to get a big run before it's ready to happen. All right, so now that we got that established, we're going to look at our first significant move. I'm going to skip some of the buys, but we're going to look at the more significant moves, which were sells. Okay, so here you get a bullish fair value gap. Remember, volume imbalances, take that into consideration or you'll miss it. Okay, and this is why you got to pay attention and be very, very uh, just pay very, very close attention. Right here's a bearish fair value gap, very tight. Okay, very small one, but it is there. We'll mark that out in red. Just want to show you where the overlap occurred. Okay, it was there. Very tight one, but it was there. You zoom in, okay, that's where it overlapped. We'll get rid of that now that you see it. Turn that orange to signify it. Okay, that's where our inversion occurred, roughly speaking. Then we get our advanced market structure shift right here at the blue line. Okay, and absolutely grueling trade. Now, how I frame it, like I said, on a red folder news day, it's going to be high resistance or it's going to be seek and destroy. I'm going to be a little bit more modest in my profit taking. So I did something roughly like this. Okay, 1-to-1. I want to get in it. I don't get out. I don't want to spend a lot of time in this. And boom, that was my trade. Okay, because I don't want to deal with all this. But if you say put just one micro on, you're starting off, starting to learn the strategy, trying to get the repetition down, trying to get comfortable with it and see it, it did play out for a 2 to 1. It was nasty to sit through if you did. Okay, I wouldn't have the patience to do that, but it did hit your target. Boom. Or you could have went for a 1 to 1, right? Little to no drawdown. Did have a little bit of a pullback right here for about 16 points, but if you have one micro, right, I don't think that's about 100, or let's see, I'm sorry, not 100, excuse me. If you had one micro, that's 17 points. Okay, it's like $50 you're down. Okay, and then you would have made, let's see, how many points if you aim for a 2 to 1? 126 points. Okay, so that trade did play out. It was brutal to sit through. I don't have the patience to do that. I have two boys I got to take care of. But what I did was tighten my stop a little bit. Okay, and went for like a 1 to 1 target, roughly speaking. All right, so that was the first trade. And then we get the 1050 1110 macro. Actually, pretty decent buy, and this is the one. Oh, I don't think this is the one I uploaded, but I did take this trade for a modest little profit. We get an inversion there. We get an advanced market structure shift. Okay, once again, 1 to 1. Don't want to take risk. Don't want to try to run this. Plus, I'm a little bit predominantly bearish on the higher time frame. You get a nice 1 to 1 right here. Okay. Not aiming for a 2 to 1 if my higher time frame is bearish or leaning bearish. I'm going to be conservative, seek and destroy day or high resistance day. Just going to aim for a 1 to 1. Okay, remember that. Unless it's really going with the higher time frame. Even then, on days like that, I'm not looking for that. Then you got one right here. Okay, inversion. Oop, I'm sorry, wrong tool. You get an inversion, bullish, bearish. Okay, there was many ways to play this leg, but it played out nicely. Advanced market structure shift. You could have even played this as the advanced market structure shift. It was tough to catch though, so this one was a little bit better of the move. Little to no drawdown, really no drawdown. Boom. If I kept my stop at the swing high, I got a nice 2 to 1 plus, right? So that offered you more than 2 to 1. That was roughly at the 1150 1210 macro. Okay, by the time it completes, it's occurring during the 1150 1210 macro. Then you get another signal here. Okay, inversion. Advanced market structure shift, little to no drawdown. Runs very nicely. If you kept it at the stop at the swing low, you get more than a 2 to 1. Boom. Now, like I said, you can tighten that stop if you want. It's up to your discretion. Okay. Here you get inversion, but you don't get the advanced market structure shift, right? Here you get inversion. Okay. You do not quite get the advanced market. You don't get the candle close above the dual line, so it doesn't work out. You shouldn't have taken that trade. The inversion was there, but the advanced market structure shift wasn't. But if you're looking to the downside, okay, there is a bearish fair value gap. There was, and making sure volume imbalances, volume imbalance, volume imbalance. Okay, take those into consideration. You get these bullish fair value gaps overlapped by this bearish one. There's your inversion. Boom, play it right here. Guess what? This is the one I believe I took. I think that I uploaded. Version, advanced market structure shift, little to no drawdown, only about 5 points. You don't have this big pullback, so you know it's probably going to be a nice little run. Put the short on here. Even if I kept my stop at the swing low, let's see if it offered you at least a 1 to 1. May hit a 2 to 1 later on in the day. So far, it has offered you a 1 to 1. But like I said, you can pull your stop up a little bit, maybe just above the inversion. in the middle of consequent encroachment, maybe just below it, right? And then you can really get nice risk to rewards. But that's up to you. On a day like this, even though it's starting to run, I'm still going to take my 1-to-1s, which would have been roughly right here. So boom, there you go. Don't over leverage. And if you do want to leverage in more, tighten up that stop. Just accept you're going to lose a little bit more. Okay, so HB, punch and profit. Comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Check out that short. Peace.